stream. Hello guys, and welcome back to SRL. We are here for round 3 of the championship. We are here for the USA Grand Prix. Unfortunately guys, we have only got 11 drivers due to some being away and at work and all that personal issues and all that kind of stuff. So we've only got 11 drivers, which isn't a massive problem. Do we move here now or? Oh, now I know what he means. Also, we will be having a 1-minute silence on the formation lap for the Queen, who unfortunately passed away, and for the victims of 9/11 21 years ago. So, but it's actually quite a fitting racetrack to be at for a kind of tribute race for people in America. So some slight changes going into this weekend. We have FGE Stenner returning. He's raced before, but he hasn't raced in quite a long time. That was just me checking the stream. That's absolutely fine. Good evening, Adam. We've also got the returning LR Despair. I'm just going to call him Despair because he isn't a part of LR no more. He's been away for the last 2 weeks due to being on holiday and working. And we've also got SV Panda, who is host tonight due to Pogu or Pog having the day off, I guess you can say, for his own personal reasons. I can't hear any of these cars, so I need to turn up my audio settings. How's that? Oh, that's better. Whoever's in the chat, let me know how the audio is. If you could just tell me if it's too high or too low. So we have Killian on track. Unfortunately, the championship leader isn't here tonight. He is still technically a part-time reserve, I guess you can say. But he will be here every now and again. But it's a good chance for most of these drivers now to claw back some time. Obviously, only the one session for qualifying due to the low number of people. So whilst we're waiting for people to start doing laps, we have a fact sheet which Bonge has made me. So obviously we are in season 4 of SRL, season 7 if you want to count every single one of them. It's round 3. There's 20 turns. The length in miles is 3.426. And the length in kilometers is a 5.514. There is 2 DRS zones, which Killian is now opened up, and there's one on that long back straight. The main action zones will be turn 1, which is where Killian is now going into, turn 11 and turn 12, and then turn 15. Koto made its first appearance in F1 back in 2012 and has held the place for the United States Grand Prix ever since. Previous events in real life, last season's pole was a 132.910, which was from Max Verstappen. And the race lap record is a 136.169, and that was Charles Leclerc in 2019. Key events: Lewis Hamilton crowned 3-time world champion in 2015, and then 6-time champion in 2019 at this track. Jenson Button's first lap in 2016 saw him go from P19 to P11 in the first 2 sectors alone. Previous events in the league, last season's pole was a 132.154, which was to spare. So he's actually quicker than Max Verstappen. Never thought I'd ever see that again. Why is there a gang cluster of people in Sector 2? I never know. Previous winners in SVOR Season 1, we had Snorlax. Season 2 was Jotun. In Season 3, Killian. In SRL was Clar and Despair. Killian crossing the line with a 133.6. Key events: SVR Season 1 was controversy for the win between Daleks and Snorlax, having a late collision on. Daleks was penalised and Snorlax inherited the win. SVR Season 1, McLaren sealed the Constructors' Championship. Pog had earned enough points to win the title alone. So that is a quick fact sheet from Bonge there. We've had Despair putting a 145.5, but that was probably just a banker lap. It was indeed. Stenner cutting the corner. We've got Neon about to complete his lap. I hope everything is well on in the stream. I've got a new controller due to buying a Series X now. Neon pulls into the pits. Got Brad invalidated. RSF1 Hunt didn't seem too confident going into this race. Next Al also invalidated. Let's have a look at Havoc. Hasn't got his master here with him today, unfortunately. Hopefully the racing is still pretty decent. Havoc rounding the final corner. Go up to P3. Reese up into P2 now. Brad starting his next lap. RSF1 Hunt just finishing the end of Sector 2 now. He is purple in the second sector. I don't really know who's going to get pole here. It'll be probably between Killian and Kush. You can see them kind of fighting. Stenner, I know, is fairly quick, so he might be up there as well. Oh, RSF1 invalidates his lap time. Kush seems to have been off in Sector 1 Sector 2 somewhere. Thanks to Al on a lap himself, and Jack also on a lap. We'll stay on board with Jack whilst he finishes his lap. And we have a McLaren of Reese having a spin by the looks of things. Neon Shockers back out onto track. According to Jack, this is the first time he's played the game in about a month. Obviously he hasn't been here for the first 2 races as well, so hopefully he can score some decent points for Red Bull. He's now rounding the final corner. Not going to be a very quick lap, but I'm sure he'll go again. Got Bradford spinning out of the final corner. Thanks to Al also having a spin. Even on Kush. In the Mercedes. No teammate this week. Same as for Red Bull and Aston Martin. Not really sure why people are choosing this track not to turn up to. It's a fairly simple track, personally. I don't really mind it. I'll be on my wheel hopefully tomorrow. I've had confirmation from Royal Mail. Neon Shockers also coming back out onto the track, same as Killian. Killian falling down last week after some pretty bad battles with Kush. I'm sure they're both looking to... Oh, Kush locks up going into the pit lane. Nearly takes his front wing off, but manages to keep it out of the wall. I think Neon has also just had a spin. I've got Panda S Jack rounding the final corner. It's going to improve. 1.1 seconds. Let's have Killian right behind him though. Killian starting his lap now. I think he's on the same tyres as he was. Still 9 minutes to go in this session. Stenner back out onto track for an outlap. Oh, Killian cuts that corner. Let's see what Reese can do. He's charged up his ERS, so I'd imagine he'll be going again. Thanks to Al, pops himself up into P4. According to Paperstream, he's been having a lot of conversations with him, getting his confidence back. Here comes Reese. We'll jump back on board with him later on in the lap. We'll keep an eye on Despair, who's slightly ahead of Reese on track. Purple Sector 1. Despair thoroughly enjoys this track, but he does like to pick up the invalidation every now and again. Neon Shockers coming back in for another set of tyres. Got pretty much everyone out on track except from the Prix. Who should we go? Killian has Jack slightly ahead of him. I'm sure Jack would like to try and get out of the way, but Jack will most likely be pitting this lap anyway. Reese is up on his time, so we'll keep an eye on him. I don't know if Despair is invalidated, didn't he? So yeah, we'll stay on board with Reese. I think Jackson's a bit, so is Killian. We'll stay on board with Reese then, who's about to finish his lap. Got a Ferrari being onto the back of the Mercedes from the back straight. Oh, Reese has had a spin out the final corner. He might pit here. Wouldn't surprise me if he did. And he does. That's the Haas. Thanks to Al overtaking. Oh my god. I mean, there's nothing against the rules and kind of racing into the pits, I suppose. Bushmania rounding the final corner to start his next flying lap. We'll keep an eye on him a little bit later. We've got Stenner carry on a lap himself. Taking as much track as he could there. Purple into sector 2. Got a yellow flag. That is, I believe, RSF on Hunt getting out of the way. Could be a Bradford as well. I'm not really 100% sure. Oh, and Stenner's also had a spin. Pushmania invalidated again. That's a Ferrari off. That is RSF1 Hunt off the track. Despair pops himself up into P2. Here comes Neon about to start his next lap. Push not too far behind. Everyone's enjoying a spin tonight by the looks of things. Still waiting for Enter Spare has retired. Oh, he's retired on track. Not really sure what's happened there. Oh my god. That's a pretty big crash. Stenner is just trying to charge his ERS up again. All going. Bradford up into P6, but is on a faster lap now. That big moment there, and Jack also retiring in the pits by the looks of things. Brad rounding the penultimate corner now. Goes on to finish the lap. We'll boost some stuff up to P5. So just behind Havoc, 5 tenths up. We've got Stenner. I'd imagine will be going again. And he's into the pits once more. Definitely using as much tyres as they can. I don't think we'll probably see any soft running in the race. Thanks to Al up on 16 seconds apparently. We'll put him on pole by a long margin. I know he is up, otherwise I said minus 16 for him. This game with the ultimate surprises as usual. If I could race I would, but I don't have the game to help with numbers. I mean, trust me, if I could help you I would, but I mean it'll probably, I think it's on sale at the moment. I'm not sure how much it is on sale for, but yeah, flag, say McLaren of the Reese looking to have a little bit of a spin. Got both Ferraris out on track. Brad changing his mind and peeling into the pits. He does have enough time to go again if needs be. I imagine we'll be seeing everyone coming back out. To say I'm still not used to the game, I'm not too disappointed. It wasn't a very clean lap. I mean, it's what, 5 tenths off Killian. He's probably about to go quicker now, but the fact that you haven't been on this game in a month or so, not a bad way to go. And P2 so far, obviously. Kush now out on track. I have to. No one wants to spin in these out laps now, though. Otherwise, you can probably say goodbye to that. That's Reese going slowly for some reason. I could buy it, but I've got fee for 23 to pay for. Leave it with me. See if I can do something. But I thought you couldn't race on Mondays anyway, because you were working. Everyone out on track. Who's Adam will be the next driver to cross the line. Not sure. Oh no, Adam is. He's on a very slow lap, so I'll jump up on him. He's not going very slow. Instead of moving out the way. Kush actually on a lap, but he said he's 4 seconds down. RSF1 Hunt looking to get his first lap on the board here. DRS wide open. It's going to be P5, knocks his teammate down. Stenner with 142.8. Push. Starting his lap now with 12 seconds to go. Neon Shockers on a lap. When does that just come out? RSF1 Hunt off the track now. These are ones that are going to mean the most now. You mess up on this lap, that is your lap gone. Simo has retired. Out on track as well. That's both McLarens crashing in qualifying. And Kush has invalidated his lap time. Neon Shockers. Let's jump on board with Killian, who is up on his time. I could if I got rotor chain, so I have Mondays off. What, can you just say I can't do Mondays no more and you can get away with it or something? Killian now in the penultimate corner. Can he keep it within track limits? He does. To the line. Can he? I don't think it'll be the quickest lap time I've seen in SRL, but it's a 1:33.2, and Neon also crashing out on track. So Kush will start P10. Stenner on a lap himself. Can he keep it within track limits? He does it very nicely. Rounding the final corner now. Can he keep the throttle down as perfect as he can? He can. And to the line he goes P2. In his first race back in SRL. He's back on the front row. And RSF1 Hunt peels in. Yep, he pits it that way, mate. There we go. Nah, I can change my days off. Oh, okay. What days do you have off now then? Because, I mean, you're not currently at work now, I'd imagine. Adam, can you retire, please? So we can get this show under the road. On the road, sorry. Well, we've got a 5-minute wait anyway. I don't know what she's installing. What are you installing? Sundays and Tuesdays, but I don't start till... Oh, okay. I mean, we don't finish until like 10:15, so... We could like... I don't know how long it takes you to get there, but there we go. Killian on pole, with Stenner in P2 in his return. The spare P3 out-qualifying his teammate in the first round that they've partnered up. Reese in P4, Havoc P5, RSF1 Hunt beating his teammate to P6. Gangster out in P8, Jack in P9, Kush in P10, and Neon in P11. So could you theoretically... Because obviously we start at 8 and we usually finish around like 10. So I mean you could technically race and then go to work, I guess. So you wouldn't even need to take the day off really. I guess it depends on what time you actually have to get there, I suppose. Right, here we go. 5-minute wait commences. We should be getting going at around 28 minutes past the hour. Let's have a look who's currently watching. We only got 8 people watching, but only 5 people in the chat. Well, I think it might just be users in the chat. That makes sense. I don't know how to change it to who's actually watching, but not really. Plus, I have to. Not really. Plus, I've got to have someone to look after Morgana for the night. Why can't kids look after her? Oh, I landed on my face. Also, Adam, I've noticed you're more better in the race than qualifying. So I mean, where are you starting again? I forgot already. Oh, see, even if I move to the X, I still get this glitch. Lovely. P6. I mean, it's in the middle. Brad's on soft, so it's no apparent reason. I don't even know if I don't know if you're on Xbox now, Luke, but just check to see if F1 is on offer now. If it isn't, then I guess the best place you can probably look is like probably like CD keys, because they usually sell them for slightly cheaper. Or maybe, what's the other one? G2A. I literally woke up at 6 AM today just to sort my Xbox out. So my old one has gone to my partner, so she's currently using it now. I don't know what she's doing on it. I think she's gonna start streaming, I'd imagine. I don't even think she's on actually. I don't know, I can't. How long do we have? Got 2 more minutes. I know, she's on baby CI player. Better feels good loading games much quicker. Like generally, I went onto FIFA. Literally, I played FIFA yesterday. No, yeah, yesterday morning. I haven't played FIFA since yet, actually. And it took me about 5 minutes to get from pressing the A button to start FIFA up and getting onto like just the like main menu, and then another like 2 minutes to get into Ultimate Team. Today, when I clicked on it, it literally took me about 30 to 40 seconds, something like that. I haven't tried any other games. I've got GTA installed, but I've had to pause like all my downloads, so there isn't a problem with the Twitch. But by the looks of things, everything is looking fine. Obviously, I don't get like the 4K quality, sorry, of the Xbox, but I've always said that doesn't really matter to kind of me anymore. Like I'd rather just have the Xbox itself. Like maybe maybe longer in the line that I might treat myself to a 4K TV, but like I said, it's not really something that I really truly need or want, really, because it's just so much money. I mean, this cost me 450, give or take. It was like the cheapest one I could find around my area. You got FIFA 23 installed yet? I don't think so. No, I don't think. I was installing it, but then I was like, I mean, I wanted to play FIFA 22 instead, so I paused it and then started installing FIFA 22. But I think I might buy FIFA 23 like the day before it's supposed to come out, so like on the, what is it, the 29th of September, maybe, or whenever like the payments start going out, because then I don't know. The only thing I kind of want is FIFA points. I might just buy myself like 4,600 FIFA. I don't really care about ones to watch, because the ones you usually get aren't that fucking great anyway. I'm surprised we haven't started readying up yet. Adam, tell Jack to ready up. We can go now. Hey, Pro Plus, you have my account. Yeah, but I don't get everything, because I only get the game itself, the early access, and that homegrown talent thing. I don't get the FIFA points and all that. Everyone hoping they get Haaland. Yeah. I mean, Haaland is probably going to be the best ones to watch. I don't think there's a another high-rated player that's moved in the summer. Jesus will probably be a decent shout. But anyway, here we go. The race is about to begin. I should probably charge my batteries. I'll probably do that overnight though, because these ones aren't going to last too long. Formation lap is on, thank God. We'll put on position changes for the start. I'd imagine we'll flick through them. Haaland or Nunez, I'll be happy with. I mean, if I was to pre-order it, I'd probably be happy with any kind of Prem player, like I usually do. I mean, nothing really came on FIFA today, so apart from the 25k packs, but I might just stock up on and get another, like, pushes left. So I would need to... Right, he's on Saudi Arabia. Invite to game. Pushes back. I don't know why I say he's on Saudi Arabia for, but we move. So he's not going to get the start that he wanted. What's everyone on? Everyone's on mediums apart from Gangster Al, Brad and Kush. Standard. Probably should have changed this. I mean, we had it on... I don't know why it's done that for. What if Anthony gets ones to watch? He probably will, but he'll probably be in Team 2. I don't even remember if I had it like a ones to watch in the last game. I don't think I did. Alright, Kylian rounding, about to round the final corner to line up on the grid. Let me see what the... Oh, he didn't change for random. That's not the end of the day. Not the end of the world. Kylian lines his car up in pole. Now we wait for everybody else to line up on the grid. Simmer has been disqualified, so is RSF and Hunt. We have 3, 4, 5 red lights. And away we go for the American Grand Prix, and Senna looks to have got a better start than Kylian, and he's passed him to spare up the inside of Kylian as well, and he takes P2 from the Aston Martin driver, and Kush has already made up his way to P8 from the back. P7 now, and he's having a battle with RSF1 Hunt, and he seems to have lost a position there. And Stenner with the start of dreams to spare right onto the back of him. He's got a feisty Kylian behind him though. Let's see if Kylian goes for the move. He doesn't. He stays behind. Biggest winner so far. Have it already getting passed up by Brad. Bush gets past Neon. Once again, I think. Not sure why. Kylian starting to lose a little bit of time on Despair. A bit of an oversteer moment from Despair there. Neon Shock is getting past Kush. I'm guessing Kush might have front wing damage. Or floor damage. He's losing a lot of time. But the battle at the front. Oh! It's Despair going off. Sure where he's going. Doing the IndyCar line. Fair enough. You got 22 off me and you'll get 23 off me, but yours will be the Series X edition. Yeah, I know. Oh, got your flag. That is Jack. facing the wrong way. Told him not to give up, even if he's 4 laps down. He isn't going yet. I suppose he's still turning around. Fair enough. Through the S as we go. And Killian back up into P2. Will now start to hunt down Stenner for the race win. Hasn't won a race this season yet. Came very close at Bahrain. But Joe being ahead of him for most of the race. And then Prix. Oh, and that's race round. And I think that was a reset the track from Reese there. I would have to get a VAR on that a little bit later. Jack is round again and again. Going very well for the Red Bull driver. Chris Mania gets past Neon for P7. Still 26 laps to go, and Stenner runs really wide. What's with them not going that far wide? So Killian back into the lead. I was actually playing the Series X version of FIFA earlier as well. So Jack already 39 seconds behind SRL. It shouldn't be too dishonored. DNF between now and the end of the race will guarantee everyone points. Another spin, that is going to be Reese around again. There'll be another day to remember for the current reigning world champion. He's round again. And Push gets past RSF1 Hunt. Oh, yes, the Ferrari have a slight livery change as well. And now Neon gets past the Ferrari driver. Seems to be RSF1 Hunt doesn't have any straight line speed. There's Jack around again. Killian with around about a second gap now. He's keeping him at bay. Mania looking very hungry. He's already picked off one Ferrari. Can he pick off the other? Not through that corner we won't be. So delightful there. And that is going to be Bradford into the pits. Very early ages on the softs, to be fair. Facing a full, probably just ahead of Reese, I would say. Neon onto the back. That is Reese off again. I don't know why they're going up so far. No idea. And Reese picks up a 10-second point. I have a feeling he's going to be in the pits and retiring this lap. And he's crashed. And it will probably most likely be a retirement here for the McLaren driver. It is indeed. So points guaranteed for everyone. Reese has definitely struggled so far this season, but Reese, if you ever watch this, a bit of I wouldn't say life advice, but don't give up. We've all been there, and yeah, just it'll come to you. You'll get that win. Don't worry. My next wages drops on the day when FIFA 23 releases. I assume you've got money set back for the game then, I'd imagine. Have it now onto the back. Yeah, that's RSF1 Hunt. Oh, Neon's off! I'm not sure what happened there. Can't go in again. He's just ahead of next round, but his tyres are going to be a bit naffed, I'd imagine. Havoc keeping on Neon off again, I think. And Neon's into the pits, and is that going to be another retirement? Spare pits, that doesn't surprise me. Neon Shockers has retired. Killian's starting to run away with things now. Would have been a lot better if we had a lot more people, but actually reminds me, I need to see where we are next week. I think I know what it is. It was supposed to be Miami, I think. But then we got rid of it because banter and everything. Yeah, I thought it was. If I'm correct, the money gets taken out on the 17th early access. Well, according to Jack, it comes out 10 days before the release. That's another yellow flag. That's Jack just getting out of the way. We'll remove that penalty. And that penalty. Get onto the track. Fucking idiot. I mean, you could probably just fucking do all that with... You don't want to pick up too many more penalties, so otherwise you will get disqualified now. I'm starting to lose a little bit of time now. It's out. Around the outside of Brad, that was never going to come to anything. Already low on fuel. I don't get how you do that. Cushmania now trying to get up to Havoc. Not too far behind. Yellow flag, that's Jack getting well out of the way again. I mean, I did speak to Jack just before the stream started, and he said that the money comes out 10 days before, so it comes out on the 30th, doesn't it? Joe Matthews, hi mate, you okay? I am doing absolutely brilliant, mate. Watching, well, looking like Killian's probably going to go away with a pretty easy win. How are you, mate? I'm assuming you've been working today or something, or you're going to work. I guess it's just because it's USA and no one likes it, then that's fair enough, I suppose. But yeah, Luke, I think Jack said it comes out like 10 days before. I thought it was 14 days. Well, it used to be 14 days. Which now within DRS or Havoc. That's good to hear, mate. That sun is absolutely beating the hell out of people at the moment, I would imagine. I'm looking forward to this next battle between Despair and Kushner. That's going to be very interesting battle. How's Despair's? He's not actually doing too bad. For some reason he decided to go wide through the triple right-hander. And that gave Killian P2. And instead I did the exact same thing about 3 laps later. Which is now white. Oh, there you go. There's your answer. Despair still cheating. He's already on 6 seconds worth of penalties. Saying that, Jack's already on 20 seconds, but he was off track, so if he doesn't get disqualified, we'll probably end up removing those penalties. Oh yeah, so it comes on the 27th. Well, I'd imagine it comes out on the 17th then, I'm guessing. Unless it's the actual release, then it would be the 30th. But, I don't know. Bush, learning from his previous mistakes and not going for a move too early, stays just behind Havoc, which would be the 20th. Well, yeah, if you're doing it from the 30th or it's the 17th. Best thing to do is just keep an eye on your bank balance and see when it goes down. Here comes Kush though, DRS wide open. Pulls that to last thing and he's now into P4. Unfortunately for Havoc, he won't be getting a podium unless he hopes for Stenner to spare or Kush to kind of die. Which, I mean, could happen. Killian goes on for yet another lap. I don't know what lap everyone will be pitting. So Jack will be picking up a lovely 2 points. Both Ferraris are still in this until one of them crashes. I'm still keeping on the back of Kush at the moment, but I have a feeling Kush is now about to pull that gap and start cruising on all the way up to the back of Despair. I think he wouldn't have to overtake him at this moment, as he is within that 6 seconds. I think it's 6 seconds he's got. Yeah. 30 seconds Jack has. Jesus. Did he pick up the first 10? Have a look. Oh, so you got it all in that 1 point. I think you can serve them though in the pits, I think. I'm not sure, but I'm sure, I mean, it's the pit anyway, so. But yeah. There's literally nothing going on now, so if anyone has any questions in the chat, feel free to mess with them. The display is actually starting to slowly... Oh, we've got a yellow flag, and that is Havoc round. Massive shame for the AlphaTauri driver. Just as things were getting slightly a bit stale. Havoc has a spin. And he peels into the pits, I would imagine, for a set of hards, unless he's doing a 2-stop with medium soft. But soft round here aren't the greatest. As he has right with a little bit of a moment through the final corner. Imagine Havoc would be out ahead of Gangster Owl. Gangster Owl now rounding the final corner, so he's only going to lose the 2 places. Well, technically the 1 place, I suppose. He's on the set of hards. That should take him to the end, especially if he's done 10 laps on the set of softs. Jack will be getting lapped again fairly soon, and that will come a little bit sooner than later for him. Killian with a 5.3 gap at the top, looking very comfortable. Still has the issue of audio, even with the update that came out today. I'm not sure if it's fixed anything. If he wins, obviously, or he gets on the podium, obviously I will be talking to him. Jack, now into the pits, does not want to pick up another penalty, which is very sensible. Let's see if he gets held for 5 seconds. No, so he's going to have to be very careful, which I think is what he's doing anyway. Stenner's into the pits, so that releases the spare, as well as Kush. Imagine Stenner, yep, go on to the hards. He will probably get out just behind RSF 1 Hunt here. Really close. Gonna go round the outside. And he's just gonna tuck in just in behind. Oh, and RSF 1 and spins. And Kush picks up a 3-second time penalty. That's a safety car. Seriously, for a crash like that. Oh, Stenner might have just lost. No, I think he might be okay. It's going to give everyone an easy pit stop now, though. As I said, I would imagine everyone, apart from Senna, will be pitting now. It's going to help Adam ever so slightly. Not really sure what happened. Looks like he just got their power on a little bit too early. Killian into the pits. I'd imagine will be followed shortly by Despair. And Despair also in. Kush. Does he carry on? No, he's also in. Oh, that's a massive pain for Cello. He's going to be stuck behind a Red Bull. But Stenner hasn't got any penalties, whereas two of the drivers ahead of him do. Jack, I think you want to get like a move on, so Stenner can. I don't think Stenner's going to have a chance to get ahead. RSF 100 pits. So does Brad. There's a very odd way to pit, seeing as it's going to get slightly held here. They aren't ready with the tyres. Is he going to be able to get out ahead of the Haas? He isn't. And Jack's about to be disqualified. I can feel it already. So, as it stands... Right, let me get the old penalties up. The spare, I'll do this when everyone's kind of better close together. It's a little bit easier. Starting to grow into this now, I think. Hopefully that hasn't cursed me. Pace is definitely getting better. I mean, yeah, definitely. Kush is on mediums. He did start on the hards, to be fair. But he's got a very feisty Despair ahead of him, and he doesn't give up very easily. Oh, Stenner's got ahead of Jack. He's now behind Stenner. Okay. I'm guessing that's why he picked up a 3-second, because he was moving out the way, and Stenner's picked up a 5-second time penalty for ignoring yellow flags. How's that worked out then? Because that will probably get looked at, to be fair. For fuck's sake, Storm can know how this game is shit. Despair, what are you doing? I have no idea what has just happened. Unless he's... I think I know what he's done. He's let Kush through, he's on the faster tyre. And he doesn't want Killian to win, I'm guessing. That's the only thing I can think of. I would imagine safety car would be in this lap, seeing as everyone is now bunched up. Yeah, but Killian ain't no slouch. He's gone up against much faster guys than Kush. Not saying Kush is slow, but I think Killian is probably going to deal with this very comfortably, I would say. Take his curse and everything. Jack, best things for you to do when this race gets underway, just pull to the left, not the right, because you don't want to get flipping disqualified. Then you won't have any points. Safety car is indeed in this lap. So yeah, Adam, I know you're watching. Just tell him to pull all the way over to the left and just let everyone through. Or be a cunt and just hold up. Oh, you can't hold up, have it. Or Adam. Hold up. Brad, that's funny. Spare on my fucking... Joe, if you wanted to answer your question how he's doing, I mean, that kind of says everything really, doesn't it? Killian now becomes safety car. Can't go until he goes, so... To be fair, Kush has absolutely smashed that. The flag's on dead ice, Jack. Let's push off. That was, I think, Brad getting past Ganxwell. So Havoc will actually finish P2 if he finishes like this, obviously. Brad would move up a fair bit. Jack ain't moving anywhere. What is the penalty situation for him? 3 seconds. Last second run. That'll be yet another penalty. If there's another safety car, then it could get quite interesting. Oh, and that's Ganxwell off. Which means it's the fastest lap of the race. SRL back into the pits. I'm sure we'll be happy with him, with his performance tonight. Bushmania picks up another 3-second time penalty. And Jack spun again. Just trying to get himself behind the safety car sign, isn't he? Absolute Siemens. Have it, mate, pick the pace up. Oh, standing in the other spin there. The rest enabled his lap. Oh, Adam. A bit too hot and heavy into that corner. Nothing new. What's nothing new? Got the spare being shit. I feel a little bit under pressure now. Killian still be able to keep with. Oh, and Brad's left. Spinning out right onto the back of the spare. Jack spin. Oh, yeah. Like I said to him, just, you know, kind of keep doing what you need to do. You get points anyway. Here we go. Stenner getting past the spare. Spare keeping it still up the inside. Look, he might have had to cut that corner ever so slightly. Spare up the inside. Oh, Stenner bashing wheels. Oh, they nearly took each other out. Bradford gets past Adam somehow. Even though Brad literally just rejoined. Spare down the inside. Slight wheel banging. Is the spare going to send it? Oh, the spare being the spare. And Havoc is through. Both Ferraris are through, and that is definitely going to be looked at by the stewards. Stenner has quit. Nothing changes. So that's going to be a penalty for Stenner unless he leaves like he usually does. I did say Killian wouldn't lose touch and push. The spare needs to get past Havoc and then just pump in quality laps. That's why I feel like this is the only way to spare will get this podium. But I mean, he may get. Actually, no, he probably will get penalised for that dive. I mean, Stenner should have seen it coming, personally. But you know, yeah, Jack's spinning. See, Jack doesn't give up. And he's spun about 5 times already this race. But he will now move up 1 position because Stenner left, so he would get, I want to say 4. The spare is now past Havoc. Havoc's sensibly not fighting it all too much. Now these two, on the other hand, that's Jack round again. In Australia, with Killian coming out worse. See if these two can keep it clean this race. Killian looking to attack down the inside. Just gave him enough room this time. Killian, please back out. Oh my god. Which isn't a bit too deep. Being round the outside. To the inside. Killian. Oh, this is too good racing from these two. And I think Kush has backed out. He has the spare lead. Why am I not surprised? Here comes Kush again. Is Killian going to do what I think he might do? And Brad. It's funny, isn't it, Brad, that you were talking shit about Jack's internet connection, but you've left twice already. I think that was Jack getting out of the way there. Oh, Killian. Oh my god. He will get disqualified, but I can see it happening already. Pass something up with another penalty. Forecast cam, that special Ferrari. I got you, bro. Oh, there you go. Two Ferraris fighting. There you go. That's what you want to see. Well, I still don't think Brad is actually racing at the moment. I think he is. I don't know. Bonge, when you do the standings, everyone goes up one, up to Stenner, because Stenner decided that he wanted to be a nice guy and leave whilst out on track. Delicious. I'll stop watching the Ferraris now. Actually, you know what? It seems like a decent fight, this, actually. He is banned, then. Aye. He's probably already left, to be fair. Oh, close for another penalty. Can we get a VAR check on Senna leaving the Discord server? That's another. That's just Jack. Yeah, anyways, back to work. I'll sort this out either tonight or tomorrow. Alright, mate. Did you get my message on Facebook? Anyway, just one last thing before you go. Another spin. Not long to go in this race now. Appreciate everyone that's stayed with us since the beginning. Top 3 will obviously be interviewed as per usual. However that finishes, I have no idea, because I think Brad might sneak up to P4, have it going like this, then he will probably get P3. Brad is finally joined, so Adam couldn't overtake an AI, confirmed. back in again for his next stop. In with a good run through there. Oh, that's Bradford having a spin by the looks of things. There's the AI of Stenner breathing down his neck. I'm surprised Killian hasn't picked up a penalty yet for the amount of corner cuts he's having. Now, if these two could just spice some things up a little bit, that would be nice. See, like, I think Killian knows he's got this win basically in the bag, but I think he wants it on track. There we go. We'll keep it to the outside this time. Push with some decent defending. Not too long to go now. Killian to the outside. Goes for a wider turn in. Doesn't get the exit that he wanted. Got DRS though. Oh, Killian's off! Now this is very interesting. He's still just within the time that he needs to win this race. It'll be a very nervy last few laps for Killian here. One more spin and it could be over for him. As Kush has a spin, obviously. Time is starting to come down now. Just about see Mercedes ahead of him. Bradford picks up a time penalty. Hopefully Jack doesn't get in the way too much when Killian wants to get past. Havoc not too far away from being the only driver so far to have a podium in every race. And I think I want to say that puts him leading the championship. I think, anyway. It'll get confirmed tomorrow when standings, or even later on tonight actually. Depending on when Bonge is free to do them. But with 3 laps remaining, Killian's still within that 9 seconds that he needs to win this race. I imagine the mediums aren't probably looking too bad. Same in races that there's literally no track. Oh, that's against the owl round. Hopefully he realises that there's a very fast moving Aston Martin. He gets well out of the way. Push picks up another time penalty. I think Killian will relax ever so slightly more. And that is Bradford round and into the wall, I think. He is indeed. 2 laps remaining in this USA Grand Prix. I mean, Brad won't actually technically lose a position because he'll just get bumped up anyway. So he'll regain that 6th place. Yeah, flag. And that is Jack getting out of the way of, I think that was Havoc going through. 6.8 now the gap between Kush and Killian. Joe, well, Despair would need an absolute miracle if he wants to keep the hold of this P3. He's going to need Havoc to pick up at least a 10-second time penalty. You can only really get that if you kind of just go off track, and Havoc isn't usually the type of guy that would do that. I mean, nonetheless, Despair's actually had a fairly decent race, apart from the contact he had with Stenner, which I don't think will get looked at now. Because obviously Stenner no longer in the race. We are on to the final lap now. I imagine no one's kind of begging for fuel at the moment. We have a yellow flag. That's Jack being well out the way once again. Jack off the track. Oh, that was close. Whilst we wait for not that long to go now. 5.3 the gap. Killian's definitely sort of fastest lap so far. Kush. So it'll be picking up maximum points he can this weekend to start his championship off. Obviously, two very up and down races for Kush, but he's now into the final sector against the Owl, picks up a time penalty, which isn't really going to do any damage, but Kush rounding the final corner now, he's going to win the USA Grand Prix, but with the 9 seconds that he has, Killian crosses the line and wins with fastest lap as well. Despair has done everything he could in this race. He's also just picked up yet another time penalty, and he's going to come home on P3 on track. But coming around the final corner now, and Havoc gets yet another podium to make it 3 from 3. Adam going to come home in P5, his best finish so far this season. Stenner doesn't really give a shit about him. Fucking winged arrows since the safety car restart. Stenner crosses the line, but will be practically disqualified, so everyone will move up 1 position. Bradford, I'm still waiting for Jack to finish. Actually, he's got a very dirty car. He's managed to not get disqualified. You know he can cross the line. He's going to spin over the line, isn't he? Yep. Brad now completes the race. And everyone gets moved up 1. Gets in. Push broke well early, and I had hit him. And got 5 seconds for my trouble. I mean, if you had the if you've clipped it, then obviously you can just send it in and we can have a look at it. But there we go. So I will now get the 3 drivers in. When I can find them. I'll just do recently played with. There we go. Push. You. And you. $15, $12, $10, I think. Okay. Alright, does everyone hear? Nope. I know you're here, I can see it. Just waiting for the other 2. When they eventually join. Right, there's Havoc. Just waiting for Killian to join. If he doesn't join in a couple of minutes, we'll start without him. And if he rejoins... Oh, there he is. Right, lads, don't forget to include your audios. Okay, I'll just say what you're saying, basically, then. Well, that's a quick summary. Don't forget to include your audio, Killian. Right. There we have it. That is the USA Grand Prix. Killian wins this lovely... Oh, you make it... Oh, your second driver to win at this track. Yes. The only person to win twice here. That's lovely. Yeah, so go to Killian first. Pretty decent win for yourself. Put it on pole, and I have noticed that you don't get the starts that you want. You kind of lose a couple of positions, but you did everything you could, and Kush took the lead after, I think it was the safety car restart. Got you sleeping by the looks of things. I'm not really sure what Despair was doing, let's be honest. He just kind of let Kush through for some apparent reason. I don't know why, but we move. And then you had your little bit of a moment into the start of Sector 3 and you nearly lost all that time but gained it. So just give us a few words of your race tonight. I can tell you that. That was RSF1 Hunt putting in a wall, but managed to go again, so that's why it came. I don't know why it came out for that particular reason. It was literally nothing, but yeah, that's why. Have you got your audio included, by the way? I don't know why it's not coming through then. Included, by the way. I don't know why it's not coming through then. Right, it looks like I'm just going to be interviewing random people at this moment. Right, so basically, ladies and gentlemen, what Killian was saying was his starts are god awful. He basically was just very quick. Got the fastest lap as well, so you got 4 points. So congratulations, that's 16 points, I think, because we have different points than all these other weird leagues for some reason. But yeah, that's basically the gist of it, basically. But yeah, congratulations, mate. I think you have taken the lead of the championship. I think. You'll be on 34 points, give or take, a couple, maybe. And Joe only has like 31, so you would take the lead, I believe. But Bonge will confirm that a little bit later. Yeah, we'll let him do the standings. But yeah, congratulations, fantastic win. That's probably what you needed after last week's race. Talking of last week's race, your favourite person in the world, we'll talk to Kush. Yeah, Kush, well done for a P2. You will keep this P2 now, so don't worry, unless someone sends you something in for you. Yeah, pretty decent race for yourself. Looked like you were going to win it at the end, but Killian with some pretty decent pace at the end to eke back into your 9 seconds worth of penalties. Decent start. Oh, I mean, pretty poor qualifying from you from what I've seen in the last 2 races as well. But just give us a few words. Literally just a few words so I can repeat it to everyone. So you didn't practice at all, so sector 1 was terrible. There we go. Right, lovely job. I'll repeat that I'll quick summary of what you said. Basically, where he had wanted to give Killian a little bit of some work to do after the restart, and then kind of did what he did to himself and all that. But a lovely race from P10 to P2, which did give you driver of the day, and I would say that's a pretty good driver of the day performance as well. So congratulations. We'll move over to P3, and now Havoc usually has his audio included. So Havoc, can you hear me?
Yes. I'm trying not to be so loud because I don't want to wake one up.
Yes, there we go. We've got Havoc. I don't have to repeat it. So welcome back. You are the only driver so far to have podiums in every race. How does that make you feel?
Amazing. This season, at the start of the season, I wasn't expecting to go great, but apparently it's going fantastic. 3 podiums, so in the driver to. So I'm really happy with that. Try not to yell because I don't want to neighbours, but I'm as possible. I'm really happy.
Is that it? I couldn't hardly hear a word that you said there, but I'm sure the stream caught it. But yeah, very decent race for yourself, and like I said, another podium on the books. And I think you're gonna have to correct me if I'm wrong again, but you may have moved up to P2. I think.
Oh yes.
Because Joe wasn't here because he's too busy playing Madden. 5 Crown isn't here. Yeah, so you move up to P2 in the standings once it all gets done and dusted. So yeah, congratulations to everyone tonight. Congratulations to Jack, who scored his first points of the season so far with I think it's 3 or 4. It's one of those because Steiner got yeeted, I think. We will be back next week, hopefully with a lot more drivers, because 11 is a bit poor, but we move. We will be at Mexico, so that's going to be fun. It's not. Until then, guys, we will see you soon, and goodbye.